it's Nancy today. See that? Now, I found, this is my labyrinth, right? I found this neat stump. Look at this. Actually it's a root, right? But I thought, wouldn't that be pretty in the middle of my labyrinth? So I dug a hole here. Not sure which way it should go though, but I'd kind of like it to hold up my sign. You see, I'd like to put my sign in it. So perhaps this is the best way, like that. Got a bit of a bend there. Like that, okay? Is that going to be level? It's hard to tell. Okay, so I'm going to plant it right here. Now I hope that's straight. You can do this too. See, isn't an upturned root really pretty? Okay, bye. Hello, it's Nancy today. I am working on my glass decorations for the yard. They're styrofoam ball and they'll be decorated with lots of different colors. Now, I used to do stained glass, so I have all these colors. See, yellow and purple and light blue, green, dark purple. So I've cut them broken them into small pieces. I've got some of these little balls too. So I'm just starting at the top. I've got them sitting in a lid so that they don't fall over. They slide around a bit. I really don't know if I'm doing it correctly. I'm leaving enough room there to grout it, just like for the bathroom walls. So this one's sliding down. Anyway, what I'm using is this foam stuff. Okay, that's it. Hello, it's Nancy today. Guess what I'm going to do? Well, you know I make stained glass. I showed you one. If you look through those videos, put a search for stained glass. You'll see on which all my stained glass things. Well, anyway, so I have pieces left over, little tiny pieces of all shapes and sizes, because I never throw anything out. So, look what I've got. I bought these styrofoam balls. Remember that other video? It was on the one about Anchoret teaching people how to make a birch bark basket. Anyway, this lady had balls like this, styrofoam balls, and she had covered them with glass, little pieces of broken glass of different colors. So I'm going to stick a wire through this whole ball, a little knot at the end or something, and then I'm going to cover it all with glass. I'm going to hang it up from I have an upside down tree. If you go look at any of those videos about my yard, like the Lilac Cove thing, you'll see this upside down tree with all the roots are on top. So here we go. I've got this kind of ball, and I got some smaller balls, and then I think you can probably use a different kind of glue that you could get a lot of. I had to buy this. It's for foam, for gluing to foam, and I can't see that gluing to foam is a lot different than other things. But it says it bonds all types of foam together and it adheres things to the foam. Beads and trims and buttons. Anyway, so it'll work with glass. I don't think this is very much. I don't know. How much of the ball do you think this will cover? You think this will cover more than one ball? Let's hope. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. Isn't that awesome? We have to go somewhere this afternoon. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go home, I'm going to go in my art room, I'm going to get all my kinds of colored glass that are in pieces. I've got lots of little yogurt containers full of pieces of glass. I'm going to take them with me and I'm going to glue glass on things and then I'm going to hang it up. Those are going to be so pretty hanging from that upside down root. Isn't that neat? Okay, Nancy today. You never know what you could do until you try. Okay, bye. Hello, it's Nancy today. I'm up here at the top of the hill today. I'm sitting in a chair in the shade of this beautiful big tree. And the rest of the world is out there in the sunshine, you see? Sunshine. See all that yellow stuff? That's all spurge. It makes a beautiful flower all summer. But people don't like it. But I like it. I like things that bloom. Anyway, what I was going to tell you about is I'm out here. I'm going to do these balls again. Now, I never explained to you. I suppose I should go down further like that. Is that better? Okay, now the way you do it, it's probably good to take some kind of a lid and set it in a lid so it won't roll around and disappear. I'm doing two of them at the same time to sort of make them similar. They're not going to be the same, but they're going to have the same idea. Let's see. Okay, so if you take these kind of clippers, these are stained glass things, you can use that and it'll break it into a few pieces. Perhaps more than you'd like it to break. See? Now, because these balls are small, you have to use small pieces of glass. You can't use, like this one is the very limit of it, because you see when it's on here, and see this, see how it looks there? See how you can see underneath it? So it's going to wobble back and forth, so it's a little too big. The best size would be, you know, something like that. That's not going to go anywhere. Okay, then the next thing I do, now this slid when it was wet. This slid downhill. So did this one. These all slid while they were downhill. Okay, so what I'll do, and I will take a piece. Actually, I want to put this side on top. See, I'm going to put grout over it. So if your piece is not quite, see the edge? See how the edge is a little bit bent? So I want to put that down because I don't want the grout to stick to that. Put that one there, you see? And then I'm going to fill up this little gap. So I take this little piece and I put it in between there. Small enough. See, now when I put the grout on, I don't want it to cover things completely up, which could happen. So I'm trying to leave a little bit of space between them. That left a little bit of a crack here. It's too big for that crack. And this is probably just right. There. Now this slid down. I think I'm going to break it off and put it back up higher. Oh, they all break right off like that. the idea here now, how it works? Oh, wait, this one over here. And this one. Where's this one going to go? Well, how was I going to do that? Maybe I don't want that one there. Maybe over there is good. So I'm just going to fill up some of these spots with pink. Sometimes it takes a little bit of looking around to find just the right piece. Guess that's not the place for it. It's too small. Too big, I mean. Put it there. Okay, well, I'm going to do more, but I'm not going to movie it all. So this is what it looks like so far. So it's just a matter of using old pieces and trying to make them somewhat similar so that they will sort of be a unit, a bunch together. See, now I'm saving a spot on the side. See, these are those white things, those clear things are there. So this is on the side. I'm going to put a button there. And what I will do is I'll take a piece of metal, I'll stick it through and out this side. I'll put it through one of the holes of the button, glue the button on, bend the wire and stick it back through the other buttonhole, push it really snug, and then this will be my wire, and I'll hang it over and put it on that root tree over there, the upside down root. Do you see that? And I'll hang them from there. Okay, well that's part 3 on how to do this. Bye. Hello, it's Nancy today. Now I'm going to make some grout to grout this one. So you add powder to the water. I don't have a lot of water in there. But it looks like I had way too much water in there. Way too much water. So we'll start with a little bit. And add some powder to the water. Is that what we were supposed to do, or did we just do it backwards? Maybe you're supposed to do the water to the powder. What does it say? Add water to powder. So you don't do it this way. This will not make as strong a grout. Okay, so I just did it wrong. That's what I'm good at, is I can show you how not to do it. You see? Everybody's good for something, even if it's just a bad example. Okay, so we've got some grout. It's about the right consistency. Can you see it here? Maybe you can't even see it. Okay, so now we've got too much powder. So now we can do it the right way. We'll add the water to the powder. There, you see? Can you see this, or are you just looking at me? Don't be looking at me, you know. So I mix the powder and the water. It's got a little too much water again, so we'll put some more powder. Ah! Now it's going to have too much powder. And then you let it sit for 5 minutes. I don't think I'm going to put this one on YouTube. I think this is too big a mess. But then, you know, I don't want you to think that I do everything right either. How would that be if you thought I did everything right? And then you might think, oh, I can't do it. She always does everything right and I might make a mistake. See, this helps you to know that you can do it right when I can't. See? Okay, so there's our grout, and we'll let it sit now for 5 minutes. And then we will put it on. Okay, you can make a mess like this at home too, and if you do it wrong, start over. Throw it all away and start again. Hello, it's Nancy. Today I'm putting grout on the ball. See, I've made this grout. And because it's made of, this is all sort of sharp-edged glass, I really didn't want to use my float, but you're supposed to work it into the joints. But you see, the float is going to get caught on all these rough edges. Of course, I could cut myself. That is always an impossibility. Now I don't know how come I've got the right amount of this. It just seems to have worked out like that. Now I didn't put my button on yet because I haven't found the right button. So I have to leave that part open. Okay. And then you wipe it off a little bit. We've got some sharp edges on these that are sticking out. Now this is the same stuff you use when you're doing the bathroom. What is it, Abby? Now, if you see that it didn't go into any holes, you see, you just go around on them and keep doing it. Sure hope the camera's facing this, you know. Otherwise you're not going to see any of this. There we go. That is the ball so far. I got to put the button on here, and then I'll grout around it after. There we go. Now it needs a half an hour to an hour to dry. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this one, but I'm gonna point the camera down more, just to be sure you get a good look at it. Okay? I'm not gonna have enough grout for this one as well. How pretty it looks when you fill it all in. Okay, so I've got them both done. Well, not all the way done. I'm just going to take some off of that one and put on this one. But you get the idea. That's how you do it. You just go around and you make sure it's nicely in all the joints. And rub down in there. Careful not to cut yourself on anything sharp. Okay, well that's Nancy today. Bye. Hello, it's Nancy today. Now to hang up my ball, I'm going to use wire. But I don't want to use all this wire. I just want one piece. I'm going to stick it through the ball and I'm going to loop it back around and stick that part in as well. Then I'm going to use this and I'm going to put it around the tree branch. And so I think I need about this much wire. So we take some of these are wire cutters, and you just cut it off. This is household wire. 14-2, I think. But this is red, so it might have 3 wires in it. No, it's just regular wire. Okay, so now we have to get into the wire. See the wire inside there? See, it's copper. Now you take your knife and you open up. Got black flies in my face. You open up your insulation or whatever this is called. Anyway, the plastic covering of the knife, of the okay. So you open it up like that. Then you can peel it down. I'll show you over here what I'm doing. you can just saw it right through it. It would be helpful if I didn't have such a dull knife. Okay. Sometimes you could just pull it off of the other end, but this doesn't seem to want to come right off like that. Maybe you could open it up like this. There, that's working better. Well, it did work better for a moment. There we go. Okay. Now you see you have 3 wires. This one is already uncovered. The ground. The red is the same as the white, which brings it back, and the black is the power. The hot. Anyway, but they're not connected, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so now we've got our wire like that. Now to strip these, you see there's a hole in here that will fit. It's the same size. See that? You want it to be, see there's a wire just like this inside. So this wire, you see, this wire into this hole and easily go back and forth. So if you use this hole to cut with, it'll cut everything but the wire. And then you can generally pull the wire through. And then you cut it all the way. You don't want to mess up your wire. It's going to look pretty, you know. So you can take it with another hole and pull it through. There we go, you see? You may have to do that a few times. And then hopefully pull it through again. So this one didn't go all the way through here. Okay, so now you see this is a thinner wire here, whereas, where'd that other wire go? That's the black one. Thought I had it out. Oh no, here, I'm sorry. Okay, so this ground wire is not as thick as this wire. You see that? So if you take what's inside the insulation, it's better. Now you can use a knife and get in there too. So you could just cut it. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. Okay. Nancy Today, that's how to strip. Hello, it's Nancy Today. Now I'm going to show you how to put your wire through your ball. You want to do this before your grout is dry or before you put your grout on. Now, we left a hole on the other side, an area. So I went through the other one this way, but then I pushed some of these glass out. So this time I'm going to go in between the glass, right here, across from my hole. I have to make sure my wire is straight. Oops. See, that's just what I didn't want to have happen. This came out the other side but into a piece of glass. So I can glue that back on. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I made some keychains once out of deer hide. You see this? So I thought I would just hang that at the bottom, like that. Now let me show you how to put that on. But first I have to figure out where it went. It was here, somewhere. Well, it's here somewhere. Just get up and have a look around. Here. Over here. Okay. Lost my hat. Okay, so now we have it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bring it through. We're going to put a loop on it, like so. Okay, and then we're going to put this keychain over it. You can hang anything on it, or nothing. And then we're going to push it back into that, see? So that should make it stand. Push it onto the table. Let's get it in. Okay, so there we go. Now we had a piece of glass that fell out, which isn't going to fit anywhere. So I'm just going to grout over this spot. So I take some grout. And just rub around that area. There. Okay. So now it's going to be ready to hang up when I'm ready to hang it up. This will all come off with a damp cloth. Okay, and then this is supposed to be half an hour later. Half an hour to an hour later, you take a damp cloth. I think it's been about a half an hour. I don't know. See how it starts to dry? You can just wipe it off of all your tiles. I mean your glass. It's important you don't let it go longer than half an hour or an hour because it will become very hard to take off. If you want to grout your bathroom, this is the same way you do it. It's quite easy. Okay, there it is. Then you'll shine it up afterwards. There, you see? Now it should, in the sunlight, should reflect some color. Reflect the sunlight. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is hang it in my root. So this is a great root. It's an upside down tree. I stuck it in. See where I want to hang it now. Of course, luckily you can move it if you have chosen the wrong spot. I'm trying to get this tripod to get bigger. I'd like to be able to see it from the driveway. What's going on here with this tripod? Oh, I see. I never opened the bottom one. Get tossed around like this much at home? Okay, there we go. So now, where is my root? There's my root. Okay, so I guess what I'll do is I'm just going to hang this up here somewhere. Yeah, it would look very nice. Take that one down. There. What do you think? We'll look at it from the other side. The finished product. Okay, let's go see what it looks like from the driveway, because that's where we'll probably see it from most often. Now watch where you step. Make time. Okay. Okay, there it is. I think it's up too high. Yeah, I think it should be down lower. Okay, well you can do whatever you want. So that's how you make a decorated ball. I guess it's a mosaic ball. Okay, bye. Hello, it's Nancy today. Got a different kind of hat on today. Didn't feel like going upstairs for my other hats. I took them all upstairs. Anyway, I wanted to show you these balls that I made. I tried to take a picture of them, but you just couldn't get a good enough picture of all three. Isn't that pretty? Got different colors, and this one has mirrors on it. See, this is the small one. They just wave back and forth, you know, they don't spin. This is another one. And this That's the third one over here. That was my head on the thing. Isn't that nice? See if I can back up some more so you can see it. There. Isn't that wonderful? I did that. I just made them up. Somebody else had shown me that they had made one, so I make stained glass, so I took all my little pieces of glass and glue and styrofoam, and I did that. That's so cool. Just wanted to do it, and I did it. I didn't take a lot of time to do it. I just put the glass and the balls and styrofoam in a place where I could do it, and then whenever I had a moment to sit down, I would go work on it. It's amazing how that works at accomplishing something. Those are pieces of deer hide that are on keychains on the bottom. Lida doesn't like them. She thinks it would be better without that. I just thought they kind of needed something down below. She said a piece of glass would be better. She's probably right. Okay, that's it. Good morning, it's Nancy today. I made some glass squares. I'm going to show them to you. I got some really pretty glass from the glass store. I don't know if this is showing up very well. I guess my hat is in the way. Isn't that pretty? So I just took a piece of glass from the stained glass store. They come in 1-foot squares. And then I used zinc cane around the edges. Cutting them so the corners would be perfect was really difficult. But I did discover that when I soldered it, if I just used a Q-tip and just put the tiniest bit of solder on, or tiniest bit of flux on, I mean, then it worked well at soldering without making a big mess. Now, to hold it on, instead of using rings which could fall off, which I have a lot of trouble with sometimes, I got a huge heap of wire at the dump the other day. It's huge mass of it. So I took a piece of wire and I just slid it right inside the cane and out the other end, so that I was able to then tie it to what I wanted. And this is not gonna come apart. The only problem could be if this wiggles too much back and forth, that it could break the wire at the corners. So I made 4 of these. That one's orange, and I'll show you the green one. I like it better hanging vertical. I would have hung that one vertical too, but I didn't think about it when I was putting the wire in. Now from the other side, it'll be a different color, and I thought the green would go well with the plants and stuff. Doesn't it go well? Okay, and I have another one over here. Which is yellowish. It's a creamy yellow. Let's see if it'll show it up. It's not really making it very clear, is it? This camera is not the best camera. See, and they're different on both sides. I like that one too. See this one from this side. It's nice when the sun comes through it, isn't it? Okay, and then I have one more. It's up on top of the hill. So I have to take you up on top of the hill. Bye, boys. Have a good day. Okay, here we go. See, it's hanging from the root stump. The stump roots. I have to walk through all this first. Isn't that pretty? It kind of is supposed to go with my mosaic balls. Now let me come around this. There's too much grass here. I can't just mow this grass because there's so many nice wildflowers in it. so there we go. That's 4 stained glass pieces. I don't know what you would call them. Panels? They're not. I think of stained glass as glass that is cut and it has the soldering lines to it. This is not cut. This is just whole. These are just framed pieces of glass. But because the frames are soldered, perhaps they are called stained glass. If anybody knows what they're called, tell me, because I don't know. Okay, that's Nancy today. Oh, I didn't mention that these are silver zinc. Silver colored zinc, but the green one down there, I did that one in gold. Or brass zinc, I guess. So it looks really pretty with the orange against the green. Okay, it's Nancy today. You can do this at home. Hello, it's Nancy today. I wanted to show you these glass things. Now, you see this? Now, Oma Lily said that I should put them together. I think this side is a little lower than the other side. I'll have to deal with that later. And you see how, now Sue says they enhance each other, and Oma says it's like an art gallery. I like them. I like that all by itself. And I like this one all by itself. But I don't really have an eye for stuff like that. I have ideas. Look at this glass. Now, I just bought this pieces of glass at the stained glass store. So this piece of glass was $5, and the stuff that goes around it is called came. It's made out of zinc, and you cut it to make the corners. Anyway, that stuff cost $6. The same with this, $5 for the glass and $6 for the came to go around it. And then I just had the wire. I found that at the dump. I stuck it right through the top. This needs to go up a little more.
Oh, am I undoing it?
Okay, so now I have another group of these. Let's go over here to this other group. Oopsie. See my flowers, aren't they pretty? I love it when I have red flowers, just as if I was in Europe. And look at those, aren't they pretty? Imagine being on that bed in there and looking out here.
What are they?
They're sunflowers. Okay, so over here, beyond the soap making area, you see this little gallery here. See, we have these two. See, doesn't this look like a woman? I like that one. And then this one. Now, why is it that you don't want to have just one?
Like they complement each other, and then it's just one of those things that looks better when there's a bunch of them.
So should I have another one over here then too?
Well, not necessarily.
Like
that one looks great the way it is. That looks like a chicken. It's just, you don't want to do it all the time. Some of them look well just on their own, and some actually look better in a small grouping where you have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6.
See this orange one? I like this orange one.
It's a sunset.
It looks almost like those cliffs in New Mexico.
No, it's a beach. Don't you see?
It's a beach.
It's a beach. Yeah.
There's a mist and the tide's coming in.
And then look at this one. You see, this is the back. I like those colors. See the yellow there? I think that yellow really goes well with the yellow of that one over there.
You have to play with them and move them around and experiment. Some will look better on their own, and some of them will look better together.
But then the other side of this, look at this.
This one is cherry.
Isn't that something?
And that one way over there is...
This looks like ice cream, chocolate ice cream, or
yeah,
chocolate
that's,
butterscotch.
Butterscotch ice cream.
I like this. You know, that other color beyond this one is the same brown. It's the exact same color.
I guess from a better angle sometimes.
Yeah.
See, this one here is the very same color as the butterscotch in that other one.
Yeah, it has told me.
Anyway, it's Nancy today. You can play with these sort of things at home too.
Okay.
Hello, it's Nancy today. Do you see this art gallery? You see, I've made these pieces of glass. Actually, I didn't make the glass, I didn't make the stuff, but I put it together with stained glass stuff. But I like, and I love this one. Isn't that beautiful? But I want to turn this over because I like the other side better. So, if I can find my wire, I've tied it on here. I think my wire was too short to put it on this spot. Definitely. Now, what did you say about why we should put them in together?
Well, I think that they enhance each other. They just look better in a bunch.
See, if you have only one, I think that looks awesome. But see, that's what Oma said too, that they look better together.
It is very beautiful, but you'll see. Whoops. I'm a terrible camera person.
That's all right.
You get a group of these together.
Okay, so we're gonna put this on this side. If I can get it to...
That side has more color.
What? This has more color?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is definitely the better side, as far as I'm concerned.
I can hear the sheep.
This wire is not long enough. I think I have to do it this way. One comes this way, and one comes this way.
That's a good idea. You could really use another hand.
Okay, so we put them equal distance from that. Ugh, my arm doesn't work out here anymore.
That's much brighter. How many of these panels have you put caning around and hung outside, Nancy?
I'm not sure. We can go count them. Okay, so now you like that better when they're that way?
I need to get some distance. I do, actually.
Is that on close-up? Oh, it is on close-up. Oh. Close-up's a little problem sometimes.
Okay, can we distance it?
Okay, we'll fix this camera and then we'll come back. Okay, push button. Hello, it's Nancy today. You probably wonder what I'm up to today. Well, I went outside and I picked all of the rose petals. I took all the rose petals off the plants. This was almost full. But now I took some oil and olive oil, and I also took some tallow, some beef tallow, and I put it in a pot. And I've warmed up the oil, melted the tallow, and now I'm going to let these, just like you would make ointment. When you make ointment, you bring your oil not to a boil, but just a simmery kind of temperature. And then you let things simmer for a very long time. And then eventually you'll strain out all your petals, and you would be left with the properties of that plant that you've put in there. And then, if you were making ointment, then at that point you would add beeswax or something to harden it up. But I'm not going to make beeswax. I'm going to make roses to put in the soap. Not the petals. I'll strain the petals later. Oops, let me put the rest of these in. But not the rose chafer. Darn rose chafer. I think I disappointed the bees when I took all their rose petals, personally. Okay, well this is how you make ointment. But I'm not going to make ointment. I'm going to make... I already told you that. You don't need me to repeat it. I think I'm repeating it just because I need to remember what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to leave these here. I've got the burner off. Burner off. Even though it's still hot, which is why that light is on. Now that's tallow when it's hard, before it's been melted. Beef tallow from fat. So we've got some beef tallow and some olive oil. Of course, I'm supposing that when it cools, the tallow will harden and the olive oil will come to the top, because I don't have an emulsifier in there, don't have an egg or lye, so there's not going to mix them together. So I'll be able to separate the oil and measure that and use the right amount of lye to make soap. And I'll be able to use the fat for the same way. So I'm just going to let this hang out here. I took those roses that were on the fat and I put them in this. So I'm going to let that just sit here for a very long time. I'll show you the other one. I made bee balm. Let's get my shoes back on. You can come out here. Look at my husband stacked the wood up. It's almost filled the room. Isn't that cool? Come back out into my flowery world. Isn't it beautiful? Ah, it's amazing. Okay. So this is the other that I made the other day. I took bee balm leaves and I mixed it in melted fat. And now it's hardened. But it's going to sit there and hopefully take out the properties that are in the bee balm leaf. They smell really good. Look at how this is covered. I planted one plant of Virginia creeper at each corner. Hey, speaking of each corner, where's this one? Should be one in this corner. There it is, down there. Well, I will have to move it up here. I don't need that there. We don't need that there. So the Virginia creeper is down here somewhere, creeping along. And it should be going up the pole. And there's more in here. Where have they gone? It's not it. This is one. So where did he come from? Do you know where you're going to? Okay, come on out of there. Oh. Okay, we got any more? So when you plant Virginia creeper, you really need to make sure that you're putting it up onto the pole. Okay, so that's going up. Now, this has already gone up. And I'm working with it to make it go across. See, I have it down here too. And it's going up. And I keep moving it into those poles to make it go across. See? Here's some down here. Where did this one come from? That came from the post over there. This is all the door frame stuff for my new door. I've got to put my trim back on it. And see up here? And see, and I keep taking these and putting them up, weaving them up through there so they'll come across and cover the whole roof. Isn't that neat? You can do this at home too. Okay, I was going to show you about roses. That's what we're doing out here. Okay, see roses? Ta-da! This is a rose bush of some sort, I don't know. There's a lot of roses that keep happening out here. So I just pick them. Usually they fall up into my fingers. You hear the loon? I heard a loon. We have lots of lakes around, lots of bodies of water. So he's going over there to the lake. Okay, well that was about roses. And of course it was also about making my little gazebo thing. It's a veranda, you see? It's the veranda of the greenhouse. Not to be confused with the shelter, which is just some shade. It's some shade so that you sit out here in the shade. Look at the art gallery, you see? Ooh, ah, my, isn't that a lovely one? Oh, look what I see. And that one too. Oh my. And there, is that a woman? My goodness, it sure looks like a woman. And then over here, oh, look at that. My, yes, orange waves. And a medley of color. And this is turned sideways. It should have been turned that way. Then it would have been a lot better. But we aren't going to think about that now because that's not what we're thinking about. We're thinking about roses. Stay focused. Roses, 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 roses. That's how I usually have to stay focused. I think he wants to come in my house, but he can't. Ha, ha, ha. Although they do help me in the house by getting rid of the bugs. Okay, so here's some more roses for that. They lost their pretty color. Smells like roses and beef fat. Yum yum, what could be better? Okay, that's it. Hi, it's Nancy today. We had a hard frost last night. Now, what happens when you have a hard frost is that the leaves, I don't know what it does to the leaves, maybe the the expanding and contracting, but those leaves, as soon as the sun hits, the leaves will come off the tree. So you have this beautiful tree here. But as soon as the leaves, the sun hits the tops, they'll start to come off. These are maples. Maples have very pretty leaves. But they will fall off. See, the sun has not risen yet. It's over there somewhere behind everything. Behind the house. So later, when the sun hits, I'll go down there and I'll show you how they fall off, okay? I need to move these. This is our protection from the, what's it called? Snow. See, I've hung some pictures up, paintings, and I've got some glass up. Now that looks very pretty, but I don't know if I really want it there. I don't see it very well for long there. All these boards, these are going to be the slab that's going to cover the outside of the teepee. Look at how my pile of boards has shrunk. Remember I sorted these the other day? Got a lot less now than I had before. Because they're all underneath those windows in the teepee.
Hey, look, another window. Oh no, that one's cracked. I'm not going to use a cracked window. I know, it's wasteful. But no, I have my standards. You wouldn't have thought so, eh? Okay, bye.
Hello, it's Nancy today. Well, I'm out here making a squeaky sound. You hear that squeaky sound? It's because I'm in my cocoon chair. That's why you're moving. It's you that's moving. The earth is not really moving. You are moving. So if you're getting seasick, this is the time to get off the boat. Now, I was going to show you. See this little picture? It's just glass. I didn't make the glass. Glass comes like that. But I bought it for $5 and I framed it. You see? That's from a stained glass store. You can go to a stained glass store. And a stained glass store is still displaying glass, you know? And you don't have to buy a lot of equipment or anything. All you needed to do that was just a piece of glass. And then you just needed a little hacksaw to cut that game. Oh yeah, well, you have to weld it or solder it together. So forget that. That was, anyway, if you know how to solder, that's how you do that. That's not what I'm talking about. What I was out here to tell you about was, see that color? How nice it looks with that tree way over there? Not pretty? And it matches that leaf that just floated down. Yeah, so you have to sit out here forever to watch every leaf that comes down so that you can see which ones it matches. Otherwise, you just don't get the same effect. That's right. I have a wonderful idea. You know that crooked piece of glass I told you about that's on the teepee? I was going to put a sign on it that said Nancy's Playhouse, but I think I'm going to say custom built by Nancy on that very crooked window. Wouldn't that be perfect? All right, I'll take you and show you. How'd you like that cream of wheat? Did you make it yet? It was good. Well, it was a little burned on the bottom. That's because we were so busy counting sheep. Those sheep, that was quite a mess, wasn't it? Gonna go harvest all that fleece that's in the barbed wire when we were counting the sheep. Okay, come over here and I'll show you just what I mean. See, I have more windows. Windows, windows everywhere. Windows. Oh my gosh, it's covered up. I have to go on the inside. Good thing we have this handy dandy opening right beside the door. There's the door and here's the opening. Look. You see this perfect window? Which is completely lined up on one side. I'm going to write on the other side of it, or maybe inside and outside. Custom built by Nancy. Isn't that a perfect thing to say about it? And Cindy says we should paint in here. We should paint pictures in here. Hey, it's a beautiful day. We should take off the tarp. We don't need the tarp on now. We're not in here having a campfire and it's not raining. We just open the windows. How do you untie this? And down she goes. And this one, see how well I tie them? Actually, it is pretty well tied. Sometimes I just wrap it around the edge and leave it. Okay, down you slide. Come on, slide down. Say wee. Oh, it can't slide down because we have our windows in the way. Oh my gosh, these weigh 1,000,000 pounds. Don't want them to come down on my foot. Okay. We're just opening up the doorway here. Can take this down now. This was here so it get that window through. I should go back over here in the back over here pile. See all those pieces I got at the dump yesterday? Aren't they awesome? Look at this. Those are one real inch. Look, it's the length of the top of your thumb. That's 1 inch, right? The length of the top of your thumb. Would help if I'd show you. And that's 2 inches, so it's a real 1x2. Not the kind that they sell you, which is only a 3/4 by 1 3/4. Whoever came up with that idea. Oops. Slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. I know you're near something. Oh, no, don't fall. Oops, it fell. Oh, this looks like we don't want these boards to fall on it either. That was my glass, but it did not break because it is a porch door glass. Okay. Oh man, this is harder than putting it up. This is for making stairs. Okay, that's good enough. And then we'll get this side off. See, and we're soon going to have light in the teepee. These windows are really dirty. Now I have real work to do. I have to wash windows. If you don't like washing windows, then don't build your teepee out of glass, okay? Do it like the Indians did. This is really hard to do with one hand. Good thing I can step into the wall on this side. Oh man. Getting caught on that antler there. Now it's caught on the antler again. Goodness gracious. This is going to be a very simple thing, you know. Untie the end and it slides right down. But it didn't. I'm ever going to use this stuff again. There, we did it. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I see it's stuck on something up there. Okay, there we go. Now it'll be a sunny day in the teepee. Look at how dirty our windows are. Yes, indeed. I think that's what my problem was that I have dirty windows in here. I don't like dirty windows. They need to all be perfectly clean. Let's just have a seat here on the hammock with our handy dandy telephone, which you now know how to wire all by yourself. Then you should keep it in a box when it's outside. Okay, windows are not breaking. Well, I lie down here. There we go. Doesn't really look that good. It looks like it's a bunch of old windows. Bunch of old broken windows, but they're not broken. That one looks like it should be broken, but it's not. That is the one. What did I say I was going to put on it? Choice structure built by Nancy? No, custom built. Custom built by Nancy. Yes, indeed. The socially unacceptable custom building. Yeah, those are really dirty windows. But I have a hose, and I have one of those squeegees. But it's better than not being able to see outside, isn't it? It's better than a wall. I have a patio door here, and I have two more there, and one laying down in that opening. I probably don't even need this many now. I have this side to do. Okay, how much time have I wasted now? Just the right amount. Okay, goodbye. Hello, it's Nancy today. Today I'm in a neat store. This is in Ottawa. It's called Stained Glass Stuff. Now, I like to come here and buy glass because you can buy it in the box. You see, these are $5.25 each for a piece of glass. Now, what I actually want to do this time, I want to put some color on my window. You see, when you look out the window in the winter, it's all white. But if I were to put some see-through blue on, then it would look like it's a blue sky. Because when it's just white outside or gray, it can get to you after a while. So, now look at these. These are called Yogi ends for $6.95 each. And what about something like this? Sitting on top of the partition in between the windows, you know? You've got the window below it and the window above it. This could just sit there. What about that? Very pretty, interesting bit of glass, isn't it? Just on its own for decorative value. It's all been melted together here. Well, those are pretty small. It's interesting. I don't think I want any white. I think I'm going to have enough white outside all winter. So I was looking at this. I pulled this one up already. Hello, it's Nancy today. My batteries ran out on the last one of this. I'm at Stained Glass Stuff, and I'm going to show you some of the colors they've got here. Now, I'm looking for blue. You can sort of see by the ends of them what the color is going to be, but not completely. Look at this. This is quite yellow. Now, wouldn't that change a lousy day into something pretty?
Oh, okay, you got kids, I don't have kids.
Yellow is pretty good.
Quite bad.
See, this is the blue I've chosen too.
I didn't help to throw it go.
And see if you can put this in the window.
We're heading to Florida.
And when it is sunny out, or even when it's cloudy out, it's a very nice color to remind you of the sky. And somehow it works that your mind is tricked. Let's see what else they've got here. Ah, red. You don't need white or gray. You have to be kind of careful with these because you can cut yourself. It's kind of a creamy yellow, isn't it? But it's still pretty white. You know, you really don't want it to be whitish when you're having winter time. Let's see what else I can find. This looks like a blue.
Yeah.
That would be attractive and good. We were horrified. We bought the tickets the day before the season opener.
That'll be a good one.
Oh.
The first play of the next game. Like, oh, great, we got tickets. Now,
Now the way I figure it, I need 3 of them.
Boys or the family?
These are being colored by the stained glass in the window there. Let's see what else we can find here. The yellow is very nice, you know.
one guy, he doesn't care about the game, all he wants to do is hotel game.
Oh.
Will this be blue in here? It's hard to tell what these are. Because of those blues shining on it.
Last year, I made some. You're always thinking of how to bring money into a farm. Yeah. Just need right. She's a teacher, you work. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. You can pass on some stuff. Yeah. Well, I did her. I wonder why she's working and stuff.
Let's see, I really want some blue. I have those 2 pieces of blue already. This is kind of a nice yellow. Those will be good. See, I'll put them on the top. I'll put them on the top of the window. And I'll make a stained glass thing that will hold them so that the sky will look nice. Okay, well this is the way to buy these. These are $5 a square foot. And you can buy the boxes for $5. Okay, it's Nancy Today. Bye. Hello, it's Nancy Today. I'm kind of wandering around the house. I don't know what to do. It's not that I don't have things to do. But now I'm all warm after my kayaking. A little toasty warm. See what I did to this room? This is the art room that was all falling down. You see, I heaped those piles right back up. And look at this. I now have a path. And I have a working computer in here. And you can see, hey, don't grab me like that. And you see I have some glass in the window so that instead of looking at a bleak old sky, see, that's what the bleak old sky looks like today. Yes, so we have some greenish, we have some yellowish, we have this. Doesn't that make it look better? Less bleak. And this one, you see, otherwise you would look at all those bare places up there. But now I can look at yellowish stuff. I got some more. I'm going to put the other ones up. But I should really clear all this stuff out of the way so that I can have complete access to my window. But that would be another thing to do. But I don't feel like it. I don't even want to go in there. See, when I'm in there using the computer, I'm all by myself. I'm facing the wall, facing the window. I did put a mirror over there, but it fell down behind the desk. That's so that when Willem comes in looking for me and says, "Darling," I'll be able to look in the mirror right there and I'll see him. I also got another mirror at the dump the other day. See, it's in there. That one in there. There, see? Oh well. And here we have the living room. No, we don't. We just have this room. There is no living room. There's only an art. Hello, it's a little bit scattered day today, Nancy Today. I need a hat. Okay, I'm wearing this, so let's see, I got some blues up there. Not the right shade of blue though. How about these down here? See, this where did this other one go that I was wearing earlier? Oh, let's go for orange today. There. How's that? I need an orange scarf to go with this, don't you think? Let's see what I've got for orange scarves. That one. This one is probably better for it. But let's see if I've got one of those big puffy ones. Let's see now. I got this pink one. What have I got? Ah, here's an orange. Well, that's not the right color orange at all. That won't really go. Good thing you're here to help me out with this. How about this brown one? That would kind of go, wouldn't it? Alright, well, let's just do this. My mother wears scarves, and she's been giving me scarves over the years. And so I have this huge supply of scarves. This would be a good one, wouldn't it? Let's see. Yeah, that would go well. Okay, we'll do this. We'll put that one back. Okay. We'll just get it together here. Is that okay? That looks good enough. Okay. There, now we're ready to be Nancy Today. I'm so scattered. So I thought I better just do a Nancy Today so I can stay focused a little bit. Now here we have out the window. Isn't that beautiful? The teepee all covered with snow. starting to melt off the door. I have to open the door every day so I don't get stuck without being able to open it. It's going to be some blue sky out there. Well, now I put this in front of the window. I think that's very pretty, but this is a very precious piece of glass, you know, and now when I open the window it could get falling on the floor. Maybe I should put it up the side. That's not going to work either. Put it on this way, like so. Then I can open the window. I'm still going to end up wrecking it, aren't I? Let's see about turning it over the other way. There. So I have a hook up here somewhere. There. It's for my bird feeder. There's no bird feeder here. There needs to be one because the birds will need something. Hello, Mouse Kitty. Let's find a bird feeder. Now I have my sunflower seeds in here. I keep it all right here, close to the place where I'm going to fill it up. Okay, now I'm focused. Bird feeder. Bird feeder, bird feeder. Actually, I think I stuck one outside here on the porch. Well, it was out there, hanging on that. I wonder what happened to it. Let's see, there's another one over here. This one needs to be filled up. The chickadees are at this one sometimes. And I think it's time to take the screens off the windows, don't you think? But Nancy, you gotta stay focused. One thing at a time. Okay. That screen can come off. I keep the screens right close to the windows, and this needs to be filled up. Oh, and you want to go out, do you? This is your opportunity. Jump. Oh. Okay, so this gets filled up. Let's just put this on the stairs to go up and get filled later. We need to find our other bird feeders. Let's see. See, I put some blue in the window. Because it's all white up there now. It's going to be white for a few months. Put a different color of blue in this window. That's kind of a better view than what's out there above it, you see? Don't you think? I know, it's not perfect. Let's see if there's a bird feeder in here. Ah, the room of light. Yes, indeed. Those screens need to come off. Because they mess up my view in the wintertime. Let's see if I can do that from in here. Okay, it's a nice day outside. Whoops. Hey kitty, you gonna go outside? And how do these come off? I think the top bends. Or you lift the bottom, that's what you do, lift the bottom. I think I'm gonna have to go out there to do that. Are you having some snow for breakfast? Yes. What a beautiful day. I like how snow covers up all my messes. There's that chair. I was going to bring that chair in. Darn. Those colors outside, they look very pretty out there, don't they? I don't like the idea that they're wiggling, though, all winter. That's going to break the wires. And where is that bird feeder? Okay, staying focused now. Bird feeder, bird feeder, bird feeder. Okay, this is my making soap room. I don't have my laptop anymore, so I can't really sit here and work on my laptop. See, I've got all my pottery stuff though. I gotta bring this out. Nancy, stay focused. I'm gonna bring this out and leave it in the other room. So I will work on it, because I'm not gonna work on it right here. They look pretty bad. I think I should just break them and put them back in the reclaim it area. Okay. There's the hat. Does that hat go better with this? Yeah, this is where I put my hats when they're ready to go back upstairs. Right there on my light box. You see my light box? That's for tracing out my stained glass patterns. Wait a minute. We were supposed to be doing those things. Alright, let's go out here and see what we can do. Haven't finished. There's so many things in here to do. You see, this goes back in the other room. I'm going to use this little thing for doing clay. Sounds pretty strange, doesn't it? But this is my clay stuff down there. And I got this one also, which also rotates on a base, which I thought I could use for clay. Let's see if I can put on. Not the proper thing, but then when did that matter to me? See, kind of got a firm base. And here's some clay I was going to reclaim. I found this a long time ago. It's as hard as a rock. This should go in a bucket somewhere. Do I have a bucket? Do I have a container? It's the right size for that. These need to go in the recycle. This basket needs to go up here on the laundry basket place. There we go. Got dirty laundry there to do. Got a coat here to put away. Oh, did you see all my pine needles? I got pine needles from the dump. Okay, I don't think you really helped me stay focused. Hello, it's Nancy today. I'm doing something today that I've never done before. I'm going to pay and go to a craft sale and end up being the sports place. I think I should do this because I'm selling soap now, you know, so I need to know what it's all about and see what people are selling and find out what kind of places they have craft sales at. But this might be one of those $1,000 a table place. Okay, well, I don't suppose I can film this in there, but there you see. Okay, so it's Nancy today. You have got to see this. This is so beautiful. You ever want to know what to do with a mirror? Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? I just think that's just wonderful. I have a big piece of mirror, and now I know just what I want to do with it. It's a great idea. Okay, good idea, eh? Christmas coming. Hello, it's me. Well, I'm trying to put some things on Etsy to sell, but I don't know how much it costs to charge for shipping. So I decided I had to come outside and weigh them. So I've got my little scale. I'm going to go out here on my porch. See, I put some food there for the birds. Or the deer. Got a little dusting of snow on the ice. Zickadee-dee-dee-dee. Okay, I thought I would sell these. Let's see now. Okay, so it's 2 1/4 pounds. I suppose they're all the same. This is sort of. And that's 2 1/4. 2 1/4. Huh, I wonder if the neighbor got the coyote. The coyote that was eating his sheep. Alright, well this is not quite as heavy. How is that possible? Sorry, I didn't mean to just drop you there and leave you hanging around. So I thought I would sell these. Here's some more. I have to take pictures of them too, I think. I did take pictures of these. I have to take pictures of the other ones. I never do see deer up there. I suppose they stay hidden back in there. Back in the bushes. Okay, well I weighed it, so it's 2 1/4. Not bad, eh? I tried to take pictures of these this morning, but the light just wasn't right. These other ones up here. See, this one looks like a woman. This one doesn't look like anything, unless you really want to get into it. And this one, I like this one a lot. It's probably my favorite. But how do you take a square picture of that? You see? Like so. And there are 3 more. I will show you the other ones. You watched when I made these, right? I did that on YouTube. I forget when that was. It was this summer. And I just hung them all up. It was a gallery. But I think it's time to share them with the world, don't you think? Also, my painting out there is going to. Isn't that a beautiful painting behind a window? See, now there's other paintings out here, but these are just hanging here. It's kind of a nondescript thing. Now the back of this one is quite something else. It's upside down there, but let me see if I can turn the camera around. And this one, let me see what it looks like on the other side of this one. Yeah, that's just plain Asa. And this one, anyway, so now I know how much they weigh. 2 1/4 pounds. And if nobody ever buys them, they'll stay in my yard. And I can just enjoy looking at them. But if they do, then I guess I'll have to let them go and make new ones. Oh, what a tragedy. It's so much fun making things. If I can sell them, then I can make more things. Isn't that fun? Okay, I'm going back in now. It's kind of cold out there to be out there without a coat. Okay, bye-bye. Hello, it's Nancy today. Well, guess what happened? Somebody bought one of my things I posted on Etsy. Yes, indeed, the beautiful lady glass. Hey, look how much taller I am now. It was right at eye level. See, if I walk along, my head will hit this. Look at that. I thought I was going to have to reach up to get her down. But I don't think so. I have tied her up high. Let me just hold on to it here. Not untie her. Figured I better come out and get her now before it gets dark, because it'll get dark in half an hour. There we go. There she is. Oops. I hope everything looks perfect on her. See, she's on the back too. I think it looks pretty good. Except there's some parts on the frame that don't look perfect. I don't know what to do about that. Oh well. There she is. So we're going inside with her now. Look at how much snow we got. Snowing and snowing and snowing. So put her down right here. And I shall go out here and see if I can get my teepee open. That is the door handle. Ugh. Ugh. Better go in and check it out in here. That's my hide. Whoa, look at all that snow that came in from the roof. Huh. See how fluffy it is? It's because it's cold out. Look at that one. That's a perfect little tower. Hello? Sears Zellers to Bay. This is a crap phone call. There we go. So much for that. This is a definite hole. Look at that little pile. Jeepers, look at that pile. And that pile. Well, it certainly points to the places where it's coming in. It's not coming in there. We better push the snow off this part here again. Of course, it'll fill right back up as soon as it slides down from up above. It's dark in here. I can hear it sliding down. You see it? I hope this is okay. This doesn't have a lot holding it in. Let's hope it's fine. If it's not, it'll break and fall right there. And I won't be there. See, there's not a lot to fall on you. If anything breaks, like for right where I am, there's nothing really overhead. Because these all go pretty high up. You know, there's a little bit overhead, but mostly it's all beside you. You'll have to really get back in there. You see how much is falling here? It's just coming straight in. Let's get that poker. Here we go. We shall poke it back. Huh, that's not really up there very well. I wonder what happened to that. Oh well. So here we are in the teepee. You could sit there, or you could sit there, or here. You could even lie down there. So I'm going to go out now. Have to tan that hide. Extra piece I found in the house. Okay, well, gee, it's coming in hard. Look at this. It's just like rain. You can see it there, can't you? How it's coming in there. Okay. Whoa. Hello, dear. Uh-oh, my door came off its hinge. Okay. Let's see if we can let her close again. There we go. Sort of. Will you make a little pathway here for me?
Certainly.
Thank you, sweetheart. I mean, after all, every house needs a path to it, don't you think? You can be a sweetheart. You're so nice to me. All my strange little projects. I didn't get you a new shovel. I suppose I should have done that, shouldn't I? I think the other one's in the main teepee. I think that we shoveled it out last winter to get in there. Looks different without our fancy lady, doesn't it? Thank you, Willem. He's so nice to me. Home away from home. Hello, it's Nancy today. Now this video is about what to do first. I have this light box I got at the dump. It's a great light box. See, flick the switch and it turns on. Isn't that great? Okay, I got the paper. I have my pattern. There's the pattern. But see how wrinkly it is? So I come in here, I thought, well, I'll just cut out the pattern, or I'll just trace the pattern on my paper. Well, it's so wrinkly. So first thing that I did was, I just looked around and I said, well, what do I need first? I need an iron. So I went and got the iron, and I'll just leave it here because I really don't feel like ironing it right now. But that's one step. So next time I come in here, the iron will be here with the pattern and the light box, and I can just, I'll have to move it and take it off and put it on newspapers. Then I can iron the pattern. Can't really see it. Are you steaming up there? You are. You need cataract surgery again. Anyway, so that's that. So I did the first thing. My poor eyesight is dimming. Let me see what I can do. I don't know if I have any more cataract removal materials. Oops. My whole house is a mess. It's so frustrating. Well, let's see. I usually use Q-tips. That's what I use for removing cataracts. Let's see if there's any in here. No, I guess I could use a piece of Kleenex. Okay, now hold still. There. Is that better? Do I have my glasses on? I didn't even have my glasses on. Okay, well that's that. Goodbye.